So good morning everyone. Today we are going to start chapter number 3, squares and square roots. So in this chapter we will be learning how to find the square of a number, and if a given number is given, you can also find the root of the number. So let us see how to find the square. Suppose you are given number 2. So when you multiply 2 by itself, ठीक है, जब आप लोग 2 को खुद से multiply करोगे तो you will get, after multiplying 2 with 2 you will get a number 4, which is the square of 2. Okay, similarly you can find the square of 3 by multiplying 3 into 3 and you will get a number 9. Okay, so square of 3 is 9. Similarly, if you want to find the square of 4, you can multiply 4 into 4, you will get 16, and so on. You can find infinitely many square numbers. Okay, so to define the square of a number, we can write square of a number, we can write square of a number can be obtained by multiplying the number by itself. Suppose you want to find the square of 12. अगर आपको 12 का square find करना है, so what you will do, you will multiply 12 into 12 and you will get 144. So this is the definition of a square of a number. When a number is multiplied by itself, the product obtained, we will obviously, after multiplying two number, we will get a product. दो नंबर को multiply करने के बाद हम लोगों को कुछ एक product मिलेगा, and the product is called the square of that number. So square is nothing. For finding the square of the number, you have to multiply the number by itself. Okay, I think what is the square of a number, it is clear to you. So like orally I can say square of 1 is 1, square of 2 is 2 into 2 4, square of 3 is 3 into 3 9, square of 4 into 4 is 16, square of 5 into 5 25, and so on. You can find infinitely many square numbers. Okay, now there is one more topic written on the name of the chapter, that is square root. What is the square root of a number? Let me explain you. Suppose 1 multiplied by 1 will give you 1. So square of 1 is 1. 2 into 2 is 4. So square of 2 is 4. 3 into 3 is 9. So square of 3 is 9. 4 into 4 is 16. So square of 4 is 16. 5 into 5 is 25. So square of 5 is 25. 6 into 6 is 36. I think all of you know this. And so on, it will keep on going. So here, these numbers are the squares, and the numbers here, this number 1 is multiplied with 1 to give you 1, 2 is multiplied with 2 to give you 4. The numbers which are multiplied by itself are the square roots. Okay, so for square root you can think like this, कौन सा number खुद से multiply होके आपको 4 देता है? The number, what number is multiplied by itself to give you 4 is the square root of 4. What number is multiplied by 3, what number is multiplied by itself to give you 9 is the square root of 9. Similarly, we can think what number is multiplied by itself to give you 16 is the square root of 16, and so on. Okay, you can find the square root of a number by going with prime factorization. Suppose I don't know what is the square root of 16. I can find the prime factor. In the table of 2, 16 can be seen 8 times. In the table of 2, 8 can be seen 4 times. In the table of 2, 4 can be seen 4 times. So here 16 can be obtained by multiplying 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. You are going to find the square root. So put a square root over it. and I can make the numbers independent of the root. मतलब number बेला root पर बाहिर किती आहे वो? Since we are finding the square root, we have to make pair. Here this 2 forms a pair. So out of this pair, 2 will come out of the root, and out of this pair 2 will come out of the root. To make the numbers independent of the root, you need to make them into pair. From the pair, one number will come out. Okay, so here 2 came out and here also 2 came out. 2 into 2 is 4. Since these are small numbers, we can do it orally. But if you find it problematic in case of large numbers, in that case you are going to find out the factors, or there is a method called finding the square root by long division method. That one also I will be teaching you. I hope all these numbers are, whatever I have taught you till here is clear for you all. Now let's see. There is a topic in the book, perfect square. Now what is a perfect square? A number is said to be a perfect square if it is obtained by multiplying a number by itself. So what we can say about a perfect square number? Perfect square numbers are those numbers which are obtained by multiplying the number by itself. Suppose I say you 4 is obtained after multiplying 2 into 2. So 4 is a perfect square. 9 is obtained by multiplying 3 into 3. 16 is obtained by multiplying 4 into 4. 25 is obtained by multiplying 5 into 5. 144 is obtained by multiplying 12 into 12. 169 is obtained by multiplying 13 into 13. So all these numbers are perfect squares. So these numbers are all perfect square numbers. Why? Because the same number is multiplied by itself to get the product 4, 9, 16, 25, 144, 169 and so on. There will be innumerously many perfect square numbers. Okay, so there are some examples. Example 1, let me do it for you. Then there are some properties, we will see that also. So let's see example number 1. Is 900 a perfect square number? Okay, so now since we are at the very basic of the chapter, we don't know whether 900 is a perfect square number or not. So let us see. I told you if you don't know, you have to go with the prime factorization method. So 900, since it is an even number, it will be seen in the table of 2 to 450 times. I think you know, all of you know, since you have learned in class 4 5 the prime factorization, it is very clear to you. In the table of 2, 225 times. Now it won't be seen in the table of 2 because it is an odd number. It will be seen in the table of 3, 75 times. Again in the table of 3, 25 times. In the table of 5, 5 times. Since now I can write therefore 900 is equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5. You can see the factors of 900 forms pairs, can be put into pairs. Therefore 900 is a perfect square. We know the same number is multiplied by itself to give you a perfect square number. So here if 900 is a perfect square number, its factors should be in pairs. You can see 2 and 2 forms a pair, 2 and 3 forms a pair, and 5 and 5 forms a pair. Therefore 900 will be a perfect square number. So I can write, since factors of 900 can be put into pairs, therefore 900 is a perfect square number. So likely any question related to check whether it is a perfect square number or not, you can go with prime factorization. One more method is there that we will see in the coming videos of the chapter. That is finding the square root by long division method. I hope you all are clear with the things which I am teaching you here. So example number 2 is the same way you have to do. You can do it by yourself. In the next page number 38 of the chapter, you can see there is a table with the numbers written from 1 to 100 and their perfect. That will go over. Okay. So there is now we will see the properties of a square numbers. Okay, example 2 can be done by yourself. So at least you need to learn the square of at least first 20 natural numbers. Okay, so we will note it down. Square of 1 will be 1, square of 2 will be 4, square of 3 will be 9, square of 4 will be 4 into 4 16, square of 5 into 5 is 25, square of 6 into 6 is 36, square of 7 into 7 is 49, square of 8 into 8 is 64, square of 9 into 9 is 81, square of 10 into 10 is 100, and so on. You will be writing it till 12, till 20, 11 into 11 is 121, 12 into 12 is 144, 13 into 13 is 169, 14 into 14 is 196, 15 into 15 is 225, 16 into 16 is 256, 17 into 17 is 329, 17 is 289, it will be 18 into 18 is 324, 19 into 19 is 381, and 20 square is 20 into 20 400. It will be 361 and 400. Okay, so now let's see the properties of perfect square numbers. Okay, so after seeing many perfect square numbers, you have come to know that a perfect square number never ends with 2. I didn't see in the table, you can see there is no number ending with 2, there is no number ending with 3, there is no number ending with 7, and there is no number ending with 8. Okay, so a perfect square number never ends with 2, 3, 7 and 8. This is the first property you can see in the book, okay, written there. So you write the heading properties of a square numbers. Properties of square numbers. First one is a perfect square number never ends with 2, 3, 7 and 8. Written. Then number 2 property, the number of zeros at the end of a perfect square number is even. Suppose you see a perfect square number 400. Here number of zeros are 2, which is even. Then same 900. Here number of zeros are 2, which is even. Similarly I can write 9000 is also a perfect square number because 9 can be written as 3 into 3, and here number of zeros are even. So if a number ends with even number of zeros, it can be a perfect square number. It's not necessary that it should be a perfect square number. because 200 ends with even number of zeros, but here the 2 can be put into factor as 2 into 1. It doesn't form, the factors of 2 doesn't form a pair, so it is not a perfect square number. So from here we are very clear that a perfect square number must end with even number of zeros, but all the numbers ending with even number of zeros are not perfect square too. I think it's clear to you. Let's move to next property. Property number 3. So the property 3 says the square of an even number is even and the square of an odd number is odd. Just for example, we can take smaller examples. 11 square is 121. So 11 is an odd number. So after squaring also you got an odd number. Likely you can take 12. 12 square is 144. Since 12 is an even number, the square of 12 is also even. Likely you can take 13 square, 169. 13 is an odd number. So after squaring you got an odd number only. 14 square, 196. So this is also 14 is an even number. So again after squaring we got an even number. I think this property is clear to you all. Let us see the next property. Property number 4. It is written in the book. So the square of a natural number other than 1 is either a multiple of 3 or exceeds the multiple of 3 by 1. This is a property. Maybe it sounds very critical, but I will explain it and it's very easy. So we will write the square of any number other than 1 is a multiple of 3 or exceeds the multiple of 3 by 1. So it is written clearly other than 1. So we'll start with 2. 2 square is 4. 4 can be written as 3 into 1 plus 1. So you can see 4 is either a multiple of 3. You can say 4 is not a multiple of 3. 3 table of nahe. So 4 is not a multiple of 3, but 4 can be written as 3 into 1 plus 3. So 3 into 1 is a multiple of 3 and it is exceeding the multiple of 3 by 1, because to get 4 আমরা 4 পাবলে আমি 3 plus 1 করিব লাগিব. 3 is a multiple of 3. Every number is a multiple of itself, and after adding 1 to the multiple of 3 we get 4. Likely you can see 3 square is 9. 9 can क्या है 3 into 3. So 9 is already a multiple of 3. Likely next number is 4. 4 square is 16. So you will get 3 into 5 15 plus 1. So হয়তো directly multiple of 3 পাবা নহলে multiple of 3 के 1 বেশি পাবা. Okay, it will be either a multiple of 3 or it will exceed, मतलब ज़्यादा होगा. 3 के multiple से ज़्यादा होगा. कितना ज़्यादा होगा? 1 ज़्यादा होगा. जैसे कि यहाँ पे 4 3 से 1 ज़्यादा है. 3 into 1 is 3. 3 into 1 is 3 plus 1 करने से आपको 4 मिलता है. Similarly 16 के केस में 15 is the multiple of 3 because 15 3 के टेबल में 5 times आता है और plus 1 करने से हम लोग को 16 मिल जाता है. Okay, this is the property 4a. The square of any natural number other than 1. 1 पे ये property apply नहीं होगा. 1 of the two property apply ना होगा. 1 of के BC like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and any other natural number, this property will be applied. I think it is clear to you. Now let's see property number 4b. So now it is said that 4b is very similar to 4a. The square of any natural number other than 1 is a multiple of 4 or exceeds the multiple of 4 by 1. Same as property 4a. Now let us see, other than 1 it is said, so I can take 2. 2 square is 4. 4 is a multiple of 4. Now 3 square is 9. 9 can be written as 2 into 4, that is 8. 4 into 2 is 8. 8 plus 1. So you can see it exceeds the multiple of 4 by 1. मल्टीपल ऑफ 4 माने कि 8 तक मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे हमें 8 पाम, इन दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई करके 8 मिलेगा और 8 से 1 ज्यादा है 9 is 1 greater than 8, that is it is 1 greater than multiple of 4. Similarly you can see 4 का स्क्वायर कितना आएगा 16. 4 into 4 that is multiple of 4. Likely next number 5 square is 25. 25 कैसे आता है 4 into 6 plus 1. 4 into 6 is 24, which is the multiple of 4 and it exceeds the multiple of 4 by 1. Okay, I think all of you are getting it. Now let's see property number 5. कितना लंबा हो गया वीडियो?
मेरे पे तो लिखा नहीं है 22 मिनट.
Okay. So let's see property number 5. If n is a perfect number, then twice n can never be a perfect square. It sounds very critical to read the statement, but it's very easy. यहाँ एटू की कोई ऐसे जदि एटा नंबर परफेक्ट स्क्वायर হয়, suppose I know 4 is a perfect square number, then 2 into 4 কৰি তুমি কেতিয়াও perfect square number নাপাবা. 8 is not a perfect square. So যদি এটা number perfect square হয় তেতিয়া তাৰ double কৰিলে তোমালোকে কেতিয়াও perfect square नहीं নাপাবা. अगर एक नंबर perfect square है और आप उसका डबल करके जो नंबर मिलेगा वो नंबर कभी भी perfect square नहीं होगा. Here n can be any natural number. Okay, so n can be 1. If it is 1, 2 into 1 is 2. 2 is not a perfect square number. If n is 2, 2 into 2. If n is 2, 2 into 2 is, if n is a perfect square number, 1 is a perfect square number, next perfect square number is 4. So 2 into 4 is 8. 8 is not a perfect square number. Next perfect square number is 9. 9 into 2 is 18. Not a perfect square number. Understood? अगर एक नंबर परफेक्ट स्क्वायर है तो उसका डबल कभी भी परफेक्ट स्क्वायर नहीं होगा. दिस प्रॉपर्टी सेज दैट. Okay, let us see the next property. Property number 6. A perfect square number is never negative. So property 6. A perfect square number can never be negative. So you can see perfect square numbers are 1, 4, 9, 16, 20, 36 and so on. You won't see a number which is negative in case of perfect square. So, because if you are squaring a negative number, it will give you -2 into -2, 4 minus minus की हो जाएगा plus. Suppose if you are squaring a negative number, -3 into -3, 3 into 3 is 9, minus minus plus. So square multiply केतियाव तुम्हालोगे negative number ना पावा, because power is even. I told you in exponent chapter, power, if the power of an even number or an odd number is even, the the result you will get after squaring or after multiplying the numbers will be always positive, because you will get even number of times the negative sign. Okay, आप लोग को negative sign even number of times मिलेगा, so that minus and minus will make it plus. Okay. So today we will discuss the last property, property number 7. क्या दिख रहा है?
दिख रहा है.
Okay, let's see the next property. For every number,
सब ब्लर हो गया.
नहीं दिख रहा है अच्छे से.
अब दिख रहा है.
Okay.
इतने का जाने से ब्लर हो जाएगा.
For every number, natural number n, we have the sum of odd natural, the sum of first n odd natural number is equal to n square. So by reading the statement you won't be very clear. Now let me explain you with example. Suppose the first natural number is 1. So for 1 you will find 1 square is equal to 1. Okay. If you find 2 square is 4. But 2 square can be find as pratham odd natural number. Here it is said the sum of first and odd natural number. তোমালোকে কি ফাইন্ড কৰিছা? প্ৰথম 2 স্কয়াৰ ফাইন্ড কৰিছা. সো প্ৰথম দুটা অড নেগেটিভ নম্বৰ কি আছে? 1 আৰু 3. 1 আৰু 3 এড কৰিলে কিমান পাবা? 4. So n square will be equal to the sum of first and natural odd numbers. Okay, যদি তুমি 3 স্কয়ার ফাইন্ড কৰি আছা প্ৰথম তিনিটা অড নম্বৰক এড কৰিবা. যদি তুমি 4 ৰ স্কয়ার ফাইন্ড কৰি আছা প্ৰথম চাৰিটা অড নম্বৰ এড কৰিবা. अगर आप 2 का स्क्वायर ऐड निकाल रहे हो तो फर्स्ट दो ऑड नंबर्स ऐड करोगे. जैसे पहले दो ऑड नंबर है 1 and 3, so you got it as 4, but you know 2 square is also 4. So therefore the statement says every natural number n we have the sum of first n odd number is equal to n square. मतलब उसी नंबर का स्क्वायर निकालना और पहला ऑड नेचुरल नंबर ऐड करना दोनों सेम आएगा. सिमिलरली 3 का स्क्वायर क्या होता है पता है आप लोगों को? 9. You know square of 3 is 9 and কিহৰ স্কয়াৰ ফাইন্ড কৰিছা? 3. সো প্ৰথম তিনিটা অড নম্বৰ কি হ'ব? 1 + 3 + 5 কৰি পেলাই কিমান পাবা? 9. Okay, likely if you want to find the square of 4, 4 square is 16. Here you are finding the square of 4. So first 4 odd natural numbers are pratham odd number 1, then 3, then 5, then 7. After adding this 3 you will get 16. So, and so on the property applies for all natural number. Let me show you for 5. 5 square is 25. প্রথম পাঁচটা odd number কি আছে? 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. Is it or not? 1 plus 9 plus 1 is 10. 7 plus 3 is 10 and 5. It will give you 25. Okay, and so on. So that's all for today. We will conclude our class. I hope you all are very clear. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the WhatsApp group. Notes will be forwarded in the group. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.